Hey, Shalom. Kahala Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to Yaakim pushing this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Amathia from the GMS Dallas camp, and wanted to go into a quick lesson in regard to the belief in the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, we have to believe in the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And what made me come up with this, I was just taking a little break from work, taking a lunch, and all of a sudden, the wind kept blowing. And, this is something that the wind is actually amazing. You see something that's blowing with you can't see. I mean, you could say, okay, well, you can produce wind, but just think, this is a worldly thing. Wind can cause so much destruction, and that's through the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Everything you see and do is through the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Through destruction, okay? Through things that good that happen. What does it says in Isaiah, what is that? Says, I cause the light, I create darkness, as Isaiah, I believe that's 45. I'm going to get it real quick, because the things, that we see is through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. This is Isaiah 45 and verse 7. It says, I form the light, I create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. All right. So the Lord do all the things we see. So we have to believe in his work. Okay. When the things that we're seeing now, okay, with all the turmoil, with all the pandemic that's going on, with the we seeing the MOTB is in the works. We see World War III happening. That's coming to this is the time that we need to be deliverance. That's that because this is going to be terrible time that's coming upon the earth. All right, bad times, evil times. Okay, that's what evil stands for, right? All right, ill is bad and Eve. Okay, going into times, bad times. And this is what we're seeing. And best believe that the Lord is doing it. Okay? And read that in Amos. Best believe the Lord has done it. It's through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. When you see the evil in the city. But we have to have that faith and believe that the works of the Lord is going to manifest and continue into the kingdom of heaven. And then, like you say, we're going to flourish through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Everyone will be on the one accord. The elect, and we're gonna, and the other, the nation of Israel is gonna come through the loins of the elect, and this is gonna basically we're gonna reign forever and ever. We have to believe that the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the works. And getting back to the wind, I don't want to, stray away from that. I was just looking at the wind. I was like, man, so it had me thinking about some scriptures. And I was like, yeah, this is the work of the Lord. Now, when you go into Isaiah, it's Isaiah 40, and it goes into some of the works of the Lord. And I'm going to go to Isaiah 40 in verse 12. It says, who has measured the waters in the hollow of the hand, and meted out heaven with the span, and comprehended the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales, and the hills in a balance. All right? Who has done that? That is the Most High Yahweh. All right? And he's going to teach his, he's going to teach it the different type of understanding of the elements and different things. I know Elder Yashawam would like to go into how we're going to learn all these different things, which is the amazing thing. We're going to know how the wind blows. We're going to know how the seed is sprouted. I know Esau try to throw his 2 cents in, but it ain't nothing to that. We'll know how the rocks are formed. We'll know how all the molecules are created and developed, and how everything became. We'll know about the life, the beginning. We supposed to have that understanding, but what happened? We digress. We started trying to follow the heathen. It also goes back to the time of the garden. That was following the serpent that Eve did, and then what did Adam do? Same thing. We followed the philosophies and got what? Got our ass whooped. Excuse my language. But that's cool, because like I said, the Lord, we're gonna get all this back, and this is the Most High, who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand. All right, can measure the water in the hollow of his hand. All right. Now, when you think about this right here, measuring all these things, you got to think when you go into Yahweh Shai. All right. You know what? Before we do that, let's go into some Proverbs 30 and verse 4. It says, "Who has ascended and descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fist? The wind. Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name?" And that's going into who? Yahweh. Okay, who the world ignorantly calls God, which his true biblical name is Yahweh. And what is the son's name? Okay, Yahweh Shai. Now, when I'm saying that because when I read it, I'm going to read it and read the whole thing again. It says, "Who has ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who has gathered the winds in his fist? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name? If thou canst tell." What is his son's name? All right. So it didn't just ask for what is Yahweh. It asked for Yahweh and his son. Okay, the begotten son, the only begotten son. All right, as it says, our big brother. Okay, and his name is Yahweh Shai. All right. Now I want to go into another one here, because it was very, when you see that, it says, "Who has gathered the wind," and it's letting you know who and what is his son's name, because he's letting you know that he gave charge to who? Yahweh Shai. That's why he told him to sit on the right hand till he make the earth his footstool. All right. Let's go to now we want to jump into the New Testament here, because he said, "What is his son's name?" So he can, like you say, the bound of the winds. So who he giving power to? This is Matthew 8. And behold, verse 24, it says, "And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, as so much as the ship was covered with the waves, and he was asleep. And the disciples came unto him and awoke, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he said unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds of the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this, that even the winds of the sea obey him?" All right. And what manner of man is that? Okay, that can rebuke the seas and make the seas obey him. We can go back to that. All right. Let's go back. Proverbs 30 and 4. Okay. Proverbs 34, "Who has ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fist?" All right. Who can calm the wind down? Who is given that power? Who was given that charge? We just read it. Who rebuked the wind? And then Yahweh Shai said we're going to do things greater. Because if he could do that in the body, okay, and he walked upon the earth as a man, just imagine the power he has now. When he got his angelical body back, he's up there on the right hand side of Yahweh. Hey, Yahweh Shai, some amazing things. We're going to see that when he comes and deliver us, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to be delivered up. So believe in the works that Yahweh Shai will do, because it's going to be some bad times. Like he said, at that time, when he gets in Jacob's trouble, then Michael shall stand up, as it says in Daniel 12. He's going to have to stand up for all the torment and the turmoil that's going to be happening upon the earth. Things that never been seen done before, right? So we just have to continue with the faith and believe, okay? The faith, as it says, are things that hope for. Hebrews 11. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Call halal, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha, Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to y'all. I can pushing the word throughout the four corners of the earth. We almost out this piece. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep having faith. All right. And we got to continue putting up the good fight and stay believing, stay, you know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up. Shalom.